Grumpy.
And I'm Shadow. And this is The Walking Dead.
We start out with Tara and Olivia talking on the porch, and Olivia's saying, to Tara, I need to go check on Judith. I promised Rick that I would
take care of her.
Take care of her and make sure that she's safe.
Yeah, and Tara's asking her, let me take over, but she's determined to hold her promise to Rick. So she goes back inside, looking a little worse for the weather, but she goes back inside and sits down at the table with Negan.
And meanwhile, Spencer sucking ass to Negan, trying to be his best friend.
Yeah, he comes up, he's trying to get in. A-Rat, apparently Negan's right-hand man on this one, or woman, won't let him up. He raises such a ruckus that Negan comes out and kind of gives him the wave up, and they sit down and have a drink together.
And then Negan says, you know what we're missing? A pool table. Spencer says, I know where we can find one. He points next door. So they grab the pool table. Next thing you know, they're playing pool. And Spencer's like, hey,
Well, they get quite an audience, too, because, this is a rarity that Spencer is playing pool with the guy who just killed two of their people.
And Spencer's like to Negan,
do me the flavor and kill Rick.
That's right. And Negan's like, won't you do it yourself?
Reason is he's got no guts. Or so Negan thinks.
But he was wrong. He had guts.
He's all over the pavement, apparently, after Negan got done with him. Which kind of makes Rosita figure now is the time to do what she's got to do.
So she tries to do what she's got to do and wounds Lucille.
She whips out that one bullet gun, takes her shot and misses.
Bad
That's
aimer.
Gotta suck to be her. She had the one opportunity and couldn't do one job she had and couldn't do it.
Actually, it kind of sucked for.
Well, I mean, Rick comes up, sees what's going on, and tells him, enough's enough. He's like, no, this isn't enough. See, I did you a favor. You should be thanking me right now.
I brought your boy back, he says.
And then he tells A-Rat to kill someone.
So what does she do? She shoots Olivia.
Right in the face.
And bam, she falls, she's dead.
Yeah. And the whole thing was over who made the bullet. Negan wanted to know. Rosita wouldn't give it up. Even Tara stepped forward and said, I did it. But once Eugene stepped up...
Eugene says, I did it.
He did it, so Negan tells Rick, I'm taking your bullet maker. I'm relieving you of your bullet maker. And he takes him and goes. So we see, before that, though, Rick and Aaron were at the waterfront, at the lake, trying to get the supplies from the boat. And, they make it out there. Everything's cool. Well, I mean, Aaron falls in the water and almost gets eaten by walkers. But other than that, everything was cool until they got up there and found out that all the weapons and everything, there was no bullets. It was a waste of time. So they load up everything on the truck anyway. And you see this mysterious, ominous set of boots off on a distant shore watching them.
Mystery boots. So meanwhile, Daryl is making a escape plan. He goes into Dwight's room. He looks around. He takes his peanut butter, eats his peanut butter because obviously they've been starving him. Just giving him freaking bread.
Dog food.
They've
been giving him dog food sandwiches.
And bread.
Well, yeah. And so, he realizes, he sees the little statues that Dwight carves, realizes it's Dwight's room, and just knocks everything all over and trashes the room, heads on outside. Gets outside, and what does he see?
Fat Joey.
Fat Joey. Wrong place, wrong time.
So next thing you know, he kills Joey, and Jesus kind of looks at him.
He didn't just kill Joey. He did a Negan on him and just pounded him in the head with that pipe.
Without Lucille.
With that pipe, and Jesus turns the corner and kind of in a shock tells him, come on, grab the bike and let's get the hell out of here. And they do. So then we're over at the hilltop. And of course, Gregory's being a little dick. And so he gets shamed into giving Maggie an apple, food for a pregnant woman. He was going to deny her the apple he had in his hand, even though she was pregnant, because he wants to exert his power. So somebody else, one of his own people, stepped up and said, "Dude, she's pregnant. What the hell?"
Give her the freaking apple.
So against his better judgment, he tosses her the apple, and she takes a bite of it right in front of him and smiles. Definitely pushing his authority, letting him know, it's only a matter of time before you're done. In the meantime, Michonne's on a mission of self-discovery. She wants to see for herself what they're up against. And on her way, she sets up a roadblock, and lo and behold, up comes one of the saviors, a chick, a girl, a female, a woman in a car, and Michonne kind of carjacks her and says, "Take me to your leader." Against her better judgment, the girl drives her to where Negan should be all the time with a gun to her head and shows Michonne exactly what she's up against.
She's seen lots and lots of people, maybe hundreds or whatever. She says, "There's Negan." In other words, everybody there's a Negan.
And what it appeared to me, it looked to me like it was almost like a military compound. I mean, there was so many and so much equipment and people down there that they were really up against it all. And the girl tells Michonne, the whole ride she's been giving her the vibe that she doesn't want to be a Negan person anymore. She doesn't want to be a savior. She just wants it over.
Well, I think a lot of the people that are a Negan are there because they're terrified, not because they want to be there. They're terrified.
Right. Because Negan, unlike Rick and everybody else, Negan rules by fear. And that's not a way to rule, because you're going to have a revolt, or, at worst, you're going to have miserable people. So she convinces Michonne to take the silencer out of the glove compartment, do what she's got to do, burn the car, push it over a cliff, and go back to her people. So she does. And she finds Rick in the cell in Alexandria and tells him, "I was wrong. It can't be just me. It can't be just my way. We're all in this together. We'll do this together.
We got to work together. We need more groups or whatever. We need more than one person. We need a plan."
Time to organize. So they take everybody and they head towards the hilltop. Rick, Michonne, Carl, Rosita, and Tara. Figure they're going to talk to Gregory and try and get some people, maybe some of his people can help. But to their surprise, they're met by Maggie. And not only Maggie, but Daryl and Jesus. And that was one hell of a reunion. I'm telling you, for a man hug, I almost missed it up on that part. I mean, to me, that was like, yes, it's finally happened.
Well, the thing with Daryl is, I think Rick knew what Daryl was going through, or had some kind of idea.
Well, they have this,
and their family.
Well, they're
like
have
brothers.
this weird, not a weird bond, but they have this unbreakable bond that it's like they know each other so well. They're like brothers. They're like family, and it was I believe that it was Daryl's time to finally let go and break down. He played it tough through that whole Negan incident, where he wouldn't break, he wouldn't give in, and now he's back with his family, and it's time for him to just let it all out.
Because in the beginning, they weren't close when it came to Daryl's brother and anything, way back in several seasons back. But I think this episode, this situation, just made them even closer than they are now.
Right, and to the icing on the cake was when Daryl gives Rick back his python. And at that point, they all get together and head up to Gregory's house on the hilltop to basically to try and get this whole ball started. Switch to an after credit scene. Someone spying on Alexandria.
With the mystery boots again.
Somebody watching Father Gabriel over by the fence, watching him from a tree with the same pair of boots. If you ask me, the hands look like they were small hands, almost like a woman's hand. But You really can't tell. Their face was hidden by the binoculars. So that's going to be something to see in the future. I personally think it's a scout for a new group that's just trying to find out who and what Alexandria is all about before they get involved. And that's where they left us, basically, with a lot of hope for the future. I mean, if anyone saw the promo for the mid-season return, Jesus and our group of survivors head off to the kingdom. Now, my question is that a smart move? I mean, Daryl just got done smashing in Fat Joey's head. When Negan gets back to the compound and realizes that Daryl's gone and Fat Joe is dead,
is he going to go back to Rick's group?
He's going to go back looking for Rick. And he's going to find that all the key players for Rick's group are not there. I don't know if that's a smart move. He may start taking it out on the people in Alexandria. He may go out looking for him. I don't think that they have much time to organize before, it hits the proverbial fan.
They got to get a big group fast, but they also need a plan, and they need the ammo and the weapons to fight against this mass destruction of people in the survivors.
And my opinion on that is they need to get in touch with the Oceanside. They had a bucket load of guns in their armory,
and those women knew how to use them.
And more than what the women could handle, enough to I would guess to arm a nice sized army like Rick and the Hilltop and the Kingdom.
And those Oceansiders have a lot of hate because they killed all their men. What do they say? They were under 4 foot or 5 foot or whatever. They killed them all.
Anyone under 10 years old or over 10 years old, they killed.
They killed.
So yeah, so I'm sure that the Hilltop will join them. I'm sure that the Kingdom will join them, and I'm pretty sure the Oceanside will join them. It's just a matter of whether this new group will join them or not, and who they are.
It's just a matter of convincing these groups to get.
All right, so that's our take on the mid-season finale. You know our opinion, our thoughts. Now it's time to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have a good night.
Thanks for watching.